Well, how do I find a good local church? Being a member of a local church is essential. New Testament Christianity really knows nothing of a churchless Christian, where there is not biblical leadership and preaching, community, the ordinances of the Lord's table and the baptism. But I guess the real question is, how do I find a good church? Well, here's a few things to look for. Number one, look for a church with a high view of God. Is the Father revered? Is the work of the Son central to all that is proclaimed and even practiced in the church? And is there a dependence on the Spirit for the power behind the ministry? Does the church have kind of a Trinitarian view, a high view of the Godhead? Secondly, look for where there's submission to biblical authority. In other words, is the Bible the functional authority behind what comes forth in the pulpit, in the small groups, in other classes? Does the Bible inform even the lyrics of the music or the counseling ministry, helping people grow and change? Or really, is the ministry just functionally driven by worldly wisdom, just dressed up in Bible verses? Thirdly, look for a church with a clear mission for making disciples with the goal of heart transformation. It's easy for the church to focus on externals, helping people just conform to external standards, but look for a church that's focused on reaching the heart and has transformation and Christ-likeness as its goal. Fourth, you want to look for a church that practices biblical community. People can find community in all kinds of shared interests, but biblical community is rooted in something deeper than our personal affinities. Ask yourself, is this a church where you can really be known intimately and know others intimately? Are the one another commands being truly practiced? Is there mutual care and accountability practice that's clothed in the grace of the gospel? Fifthly, look for a church with opportunities to serve. We often look for what a church can do for us, but as members of Christ, we ought to look for what we can do in a local church for Him. This side of eternity, there's no perfect church. So don't waste your time looking for one. Instead, look for a church that's living, that's healthy, and commit yourself to it. Follow whatever process for church membership the leadership has outlined, and then ask yourself this question: how can I be a healthy church member?